Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having a great start to your week. Right now, I'm doing my co-op at the Bank of Montreal and it's coming up to my last week. So for my last week, I thought I'd do something special. So from Monday to Friday, every day, I'm gonna walk to the cafeteria or somewhere in the office and just meet a stranger. Meet somebody that I normally wouldn't talk to and ask them 5 questions. So I hope you enjoy this segment of, I guess we'll call it Stranger Week. All right, everybody, I finally found my first guest. His name is Azim. Hello, Azim. Thank you for doing this for me. So question number 1 for you is, what is your mindset like headed into this week?
Well, this week I'm working on automation, automating a lot of things. So this week and the next week, hopefully whatever I do this week is going to help me out in the next month or so. That's what I'm.
Cool. And what is anything that you've learned in your life that's been able to benefit you on your journey through life?
Well, the one thing that I've recently noticed in terms of what benefited me, make the right choices, especially in terms of whatever courses you're taking and so on. And if you need to drop out of it or anything like that, you should be doing that. You should be looking after it. You should not just glide along without any plan or anything like that. That would be a bad idea. Make a plan for yourself.
Cool. Question number 3 is, if you could write anything on a social media post that you would be sure everybody would be able to see, what would you want to write on it and why?
That's a good question. What would I write on a social media post? Well, always keep your professional profile together. Have your LinkedIn profile together. Make sure you update it regularly. Make sure you have all of those professional things together. Don't procrastinate on that, because one day ends up becoming a week ends becoming a month.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you need it, and you'll probably miss out on opportunities and so on. Because that's what I would post. And also look after yourself in terms of growth. Don't just be like, you want to do this one thing for a long time, and then just make sure that you're growing, because that's where you'll end up making the most difference, not only for yourself, but the world in general as well.
Yeah,
and the industry.
Cool, amazing stuff. So question number 4, what is the impact or the legacy that you want to leave behind on this world?
Legacy. I'm too young for that, to be honest. I don't have a really good answer on that, but hopefully in the end I hope to make some kind of a difference for a large group of people like myself, at least, like-minded, people that think freely like I do. At least I think so. Maybe leave behind a book or something that allows people to come back and reflect on themselves, and which will help them with that sort of thing. Yeah.
Cool. And my very last question is, what advice would you have for any high school or university students right now?
If there's one thing to be said, I would say find your passion. What can I say? That's the most. It's not an easy thing to do. Just because it's a hobby, whatever your hobbies are. If you love it, if you think you can make a good living at it, maybe you should try it. But I think finding what you love to do is one of the most satisfying things in life. If you have that, everything else slides much more easily. That's important.
All right. Thank you very much, Azim, for joining me today on the first segment of Stranger Week.